whether price is going up or down. Over on total for the daily, we did see an attempt to push forward, and now we have an indecision candle. So I would watch out. This could end up bringing us back down if we're not careful. So watch lower time frames. That VWAP is in bullish territory though, pushing momentum higher and trying to give that money flow strength. We need a stronger push though if that money flow is going to flip. Over on the 1 hour, you can see we jumped up very quick, and usually when you get a quick move up, you do usually retrace that move. We did drop down very quick, so I would watch for higher highs and higher lows from this point. If we get higher highs and higher lows from this point, we could see a bullish move, but we did get our full breakdown almost exactly to the spot we had there, so hopefully you were watching out for that, and you at least capitalized on the move up, or at least you had a slight profit from then. VWAP is in the bearish territory though, starting to reject, so watch that VWAP close. If it continues to reject, we will have bearish favor, which will keep momentum low, keeping money flow in the red, and that will drop those higher time frames. Now, over on Bitcoin futures, we did just start trading. Remember, the weekend, it does not trade. We tried to break that value area high, and we were unsuccessful. Remember, we want to break and hold that if we're going to have any hope of pushing to that 103K. Our stochastic does want to push up. Our size is gaining strength. Momentum is running forward. VWAP is bullish, pushing that money flow up. So we do look okay on the daily. Again, just watch the 1 hour. And since trading hasn't been very long on Bitcoin futures, it's going to be kind of hard to say how the hour looks because it's not going to have the same data Bitcoin would, at least for a couple days. But we did try to break out. We did get our move from our triangle. We hit that value area high, broke above it like we said to watch for. So we are going to delete this triangle as it has been played out. But we did reject that value area high, and we do see a lower low. So if we confirm a lower high here, we would be in trouble, and we could see bears regain control in an attempt to bring us back down. Momentum overall is weakening. VWAP is overall weakening as well, while price pushes up. Remember, that creates bearish divergence that does spill you back down. So I would watch that VWAP very close. If it rejects this neutral, momentum will likely break down and money flow will start to retrace, which would weaken that daily. Over on Bitcoin for the daily, we did get most of our move forward, kind of hard to see. So if we see the high for today is about 88.4, so 88.4 is right about here. So we got about half of the move up. So I am going to call this pattern completely played out, but we will see how we invalidated that bearish scenario, but we still kind of hit that point that we said to watch for. As stochastic is pushing up, RSI is pushing forward, VWAP is gaining strength, pushing momentum higher, and that does want to give that money flow strength, but if the 1 hour cannot become bullish and hold, we will not see that on the daily. So, over on the 1 hour, we did end up pushing back down toward the bottom we said to watch, and we did push forward and invalidate a breakdown. We did mention to watch for that kind of scenario, as that would likely help propel us forward if we either bounce off the channel or bounce off the bottom of this channel here. So now that this channel is about halfway played out, I am going to delete it with the rest of the market looking a little dicey. So if you did capitalize on that move, maybe you want to take your initial and some profit out. Momentum is overall weakening. That VWAP is starting to favor bearish, so I would watch. We do have a lower high followed by lower lows, and we are attempting to reject that neutral. If this continues, momentum will continue lower, money flow will remain in the red, higher time frames will continue to weaken, and we would retrace our gains, hopefully not pushing too much further than that 85.3. If we break that 85.3 level, then I would be a little more concerned for a bigger bearish trend. Over on graph for the daily, it does look like we are attempting to retest that value area low, so that is positive if we can get a strong green candle to bounce us off, because right now this is a long upper shadow candle, which shows bulls tried to push us up, but bears stepped in and dropped us down. And VWAP is in the bullish territory with a stronger wave, but it's starting to roll over, and momentum does look like it wants to reject as well as a result. Money flow is pulling back, so right now the daily does look like it has some bullish strength, but that strength does look like it is starting to wane. Over on the 1 hour, we do have some higher highs with higher lows. I would watch out. This may be a rising channel. Remember, a rising channel is where the highs and lows connect, and then you end up breaking down. So it's just shy of a rising channel, depending on how you would want. If you were to call this a rising channel, we would need to bounce off where we are right now. Otherwise, if we break down below where we are right now, that's where that MPP does project we would hit about 7935. So this is a narrow channel. It would be a very small move down. If we can make a bounce off that level, we could still see a bullish trend. But again, watch for bigger bearish patterns to form afterwards. At VWAP does want to push forward, but it's starting to struggle with neutral. And if that continues, momentum will not push forward. Money flow will remain in the red, and this daily will not gain some strength. Over on XRP for the daily, we're pretty flat here as well. So again, long upper shadow candle where we tried to run up, bear stepped in, dropped us back down. Not looking too good because this could be the start of a break from our rising channel. Stochastic does want to push up. RSI is flat. Momentum is pretty flat. That VWAP is breaking bullish, giving the momentum a green dot, signaling momentum does want to continue higher, providing that VWAP continues to be bullish. If that can continue, then money flow can continue higher as well, and it could push into the green. So over on the 1 hour, you could actually call this channel played out because we got to break down, got to pump up, just like our altcoins, but we are coming back down and retesting our support levels. So I would like to see a higher low form here, followed by higher highs that do not connect to help push us forward in line with this 2-2 expectation, $2.22. But if we continue to drop away and we see a lower low, I would watch out for a push down. Watch out for that VWAP to reject that neutral. If VWAP rejects neutral here, momentum will remain bearish, money flow will remain in the red, and that would give us a higher probability of a bearish drop here. A bearish drop could end up dropping us somewhere. Our next support level is at $1.90, and then we have somewhere around that $1.80. So those are our next two major support levels. And now for Anchor for the daily. Remember, if you have not already, hit the like and subscribe and join us in that Discord. Drop by any requests you have in chat because we will be done after Anchor. So you can see we did break away from our bullish pattern. We didn't get to cover this yesterday because the mic wasn't working, but at least it is today. VWAP is pulling back, momentum wants around. Our stochastic is starting to break away. RSI is pretty flat, and money flow is starting to pull back. So I would exercise caution. We did pretty much get our full break up here. So we got our full break up. You should take in some profits or had them set up ahead of time, because having them set up ahead of time is the only way anyone got in on that candle wick. So we will delete this pattern as that did play out. You can see we tried to break down, didn't get that bearish confirmation, bounced back with some strength, and that VWAP did stay bullish. Now, that VWAP did not gain much strength over time, so we are consolidating overall, and now that VWAP is attempting to break that neutral with a lower low. If that VWAP makes a rejection here, momentum will continue lower, money flow will break down, and price would have a chance of pushing back down beyond this support level. So our next support, 1796, and then the next level beyond that is somewhere around this 1711. If we can't hold either of those zones, our MPP does project 1674, and then we could continue lower beyond that. If we are not able to hold, we do have a gap right around this 1652. So I would watch those zones. Those would be the next few supports we would have. And then if we break those, that's where I'd be a little more concerned about our Fibonacci levels. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. Hit the like and subscribe and join us in that Discord.